Yo, yo. Moving around. Let's see here. I got to get the link. Come here. Check, check, check. Back to here. Okay, guys, let's get her started here. Oh, let's see. I got something up with my chat's not working. Seems weird. It's always something. There's the chat. Well, I'm not sure what's up here. For some reason, my chat is not responding. Channel's good. Chat, not good. All right, well, we'll just roll here and hopefully we'll get recorded here. Now, let me get over here to our first submission. Well, it looks like it's streaming, but for some reason, my chat, I can't type into the chat box. That is okay. Okay, so just to get starting off here, as we 33, 34. For those that are maybe new or members, you have to tolerate me here just for a minute while I just kind of explain what we do here. So this is kind of a demonstration of everything that we teach in our belt system and within our Discord and just the methodology that we've developed over these 6.5 years now. The idea is I want the members to submit their charts, or rather than me do it, have done everything. I want the members to do it because I want to see how they're progressing. Are they developing some skill with Elliott Wave counts, and if not, right, which is it's just one of the pieces of the way we approach the market. Are they applying the geometry, fib relationships, all that? Just kind of getting a sense for how they're approaching the market, and kind of success that they're having, risk reward scenarios they create. So all of that said, still can't seem to figure that chat box out. Okay, so this is Cian Salazar, long time member, great member. He's been with us for a long time. Always posts some interesting content here. This is Pfizer. I'm glad to see we're getting a little bit, just a few things beyond just crypto. Looks like we got a lot of crypto today. I'm looking at what the members have posted. Good to see, right? Trads are plenty hot here, plenty of opportunity. Just a question of where you want to allocate your time and your energy and your resources, your capital. Where do you see the best returns? To be perfectly honest with you, I'm probably 70-30 crypto to traditional assets. At the moment, I would say that's probably a good read for what that's worth. I'm going to take this off, just not because I don't value volume, just to free up some chart space. So here, if I got to pull back a little bit here, now there's a couple of things we can learn here as we look at this. That's still not working. Okay, right, so if we look here, things that I talk about every week, right, which some people are like, Jesus, enough of that already. Right, breakout traders, did they get a little here? Yeah, they did. Now, you could look here and say, okay, is it one, two? This is a little tricky. Oh, we got a 3-day. That's why. As we're coming out of the hole here, this gets a little tricky, right? Because we don't quite get an impulse. So the thinking being, so if we're using Elliott Wave to kind of guide us in pattern recognition, which is really much of what it is, what it's about. Yeah, that's a tricky count. I might do it a little differently. I don't know that it matters up here, right? But just in terms of reviewing, this looks to me a little bit more like you might be here. This is a big B, but to come down for the C here, 1, 2, 3, it's a little skinny. We get down to an 8-hour here. I can appreciate the thinking like, oh, fuck, why do we care, right? Well, that's history. Well, just kind of leading into, the right anticipation of what happened here. Does it fit with an Elliott Wave scenario here? Well, if we're trying to, create the potential for this to have been an A, big B, and then come back for the C, and then go in, do we get an impulse here? Or, well, we don't, right? So, his thinking is certainly not wrong. Again, I don't know that it matters here. We can look at this and go, where's the defining swing here? It's this, right? We don't get an impulse here. So that idea that we don't quite have a 3, right? Even if you took here, 1, 2, 3, I don't get an impulse here. So it's kind of forcing you into that diag thinking, which implies it's kind of consistent with the larger count. If we go back to a daily, well, something here appears to be ending, rather than an impulse, right? That's driving for new highs. So as we start to come back, the context starts to fit. So this, somewhat choppy here, certainly not an impulse, right? Are we going to do it again? Well, is this A, B, C into a 2 here? Well, right here, the first thing I would check, right, just habitually, I would check here for a golden zone. Looks like it went past. It does. Well, we got a wick past here, so you can kind of get a sense of, right? Okay, but, I've been using this a lot, right, just to kind of remind people. Here's the swing. Now, which side's going to break? This one or this one? Right? That's all that we can ever analyze in the market, right? Now, you get in here and you're like, well, okay, what do we got there? Is that some sort of a triangle? Well, we get a defined swing here, and then the retrace, right? We stay in that reversal zone, whether it's AB or WX, right? You're right in the pocket there. So what gives you the conviction to take that trade? Well, that's why I'm fucking around over here going, oh God, right? Are we finishing over here? Could this be, if I get rid of that, could this be the kind of setup that you would love to see? Oh, look at this. We're going to sweep the lows, right? Always, right? Somewhat of a tell. Okay, we're going to sweep the lows here. Well, now if I'm going to retrace here, okay, is there something similar here? Let's go into it on the daily. Well, you probably got an order block right here. Right? Some things that you could start to build a scenario here. Not enough, right? We get past the midline here. You can make a case that's mitigated. Do we get an impulse down? Barely. This is a lot of chop. So it does look like this might be some sort of a A, B, C, D, E. We might have a, let's see if I can get that reset. Get you right on that pivot. Probably an impulse here. So it looks like you'd have to do this. Let's see if I can get this right. A, B, C, D, E. Might be what you end up here. Look where the E is. Now that's kind of skinny on the E. So what would your thought be? All right, applying some Elliott here. A, you know, I'm not locked in on that. A, B, C, right? Potentially a W, but it looks like it's a reasonable thought process as you're trying to put, again, pattern recognition. Can we find something here that's helpful to us? A, B, C. Well, what would that one imply? Now, you know, do I know that's what it is here? First glance seems like a reasonable thought. Get that up there. It's a little skinny on the E. I certainly appreciate that. All right, again, don't expect Elliott Wave to be perfect. If this is, so what would that leave you, right? So a W, potentially an X. I gotta put it down here somewhere. We're gonna go down into something like this. Into a Y. Well, we're not done yet. So perhaps we got to go W, X, Y, Z. So let me pull this back here and see if we can put it together. W, X, Y, X. Do we have it? Z? No. Alternates, right? So sometimes the first thought of, oh, geez, how am I going to put this together? Sometimes you get into it and you realize that it doesn't quite work, right? This is starting to look, oh, this is your ABC here. Do we need to be in log scale? Yeah, we do. W, X, A. Oh, God, that's quite a fall. You'd have to finish it here. Mighty skinny on the second X. What's the implication here, right? Okay, well, whoa. If this is X, right? There's clearly a potential A. Well, he's got it here, right? So he's allowing for the candidate here that we might have to finish this as an ABC, and we're going lower, thus breaking the golden. So you got a little bit of a conundrum here. Oh, okay. Well, we just tapped the golden, which we know the market's going to respond to, right? We don't have to wonder about that. That doesn't mean we're off to new highs. It just means you can anticipate that an algo is going to fire here. I'd like to think we're past the point where that's even a topic of discussion. We don't have to wonder if it's going to fire. We know it's going to fire. So, okay, well, you might look at that and say, well, okay, where am I in this larger count, right? If I'm doing a WXY here, am I implying that we're going higher? I mean, is that what you would be thinking? Or are we working on a B wave here and this is all just, we're going to get a complex correction here, then we're going to go into a B, then we're going to come down to a C. So that would suggest that, man, this thing is topped. Is that what we're thinking? Well, if we take out to a weekly here, what are the options? Right, again, Elliott Wave hat on. 3, 4, 5. Maybe. 1, 2. Can't rule it out. Why would you rule that out? Pfizer's topped. Jesus, I have to go to I can't even get it all in there. Well, could we be done here? And we're going to make a 50% retracement. We're going down here. It doesn't seem probable, right? So that's where taking it out of log scale can help. Okay, do I get a better view here of the reality of this as I come out of log scale? Well, you certainly miss, right? You get all this, you lose the separation, the 1, 2, because of the compression above. We lose the golden. It's pretty ugly, right? You take it out of log scale. Do we need log scale? Yeah, we kind of do, right? I mean, let's be real about the range here. Even here, from 10 to, what do we get to up here? 10 to 74. Yeah, we need log scale. So you got to make a decision here. Right? You could look at this and go, okay, well, what matters here? Well, I came to the pivot where I would anticipate a reaction. Now, what am I anticipating next? Is this right? There's only two options here, really. That, or the next target's going to be this low. Right? That's where the liquidity will be. 4, 5. If we start to break lower, right, there's going to be a point where if we break this, right, tops in, right, that would confirm it. Right now, still very reasonable to think, oh, we're not done. Pfizer's not done. We're going 1, 2, and well, we're going to continue. So you don't have a perfect setup here. Doesn't mean not to trade it, right? Shit, from 21 to shit. I mean, even if you just hit the golden corner, right, you're going to have a monster trade on your hands. Monster. What do we know? here, right? Again, objectively, but based on how many years have we got? 40, 50 years now since this work was published. We've got 80% odds we get there, right? And we have a golden corner here. Hard to bet against that. If we're starting to get bearish, right? If we fail here, right, you can see the potential for a pretty big fail because of, again, trading principle number 4, failure to get to the median line, which is now we're back at 58. That's quick. That would be a monster trade. Failure to get to the median line sets up a move equal to or greater than. So the thing that would be, again, I'm on a weekly, that would be interesting is what happens if we start to rally. If we get into this pocket here, well, you can do all of this is bearish order flow, right? The swing before we dropped aggressively. So if we're coming back that direction, look where we tee up here. Now, doesn't have to be here, right? It could take quite a while to get there, right? What if it takes that long? No, that kind of looks like trading principle number 4, failure to get there, right? You're going to have to blow through that weekly golden. Now, let's just for the discussion, right? If you got here, here, I get rid of that. If you were to get here, what would you have? You'd have a golden on the other side. Right? Algo doesn't care. Doesn't care which side wins. But you do. All right, so where's the better risk reward if you're trying to, considering a trade here in Pfizer? It seems like a silly question to ask, right? But got to make sure. Wouldn't you want to be a long here? That's a weekly. Let's go down to the daily. Do we have a 5 here? You didn't get an impulse here. You could make a case that you got one there. You did. But no impulse here, right? So what does it look like? A, B, C. At this moment, right, it looks like A, B, C. Bearish. Doubled here. Oh, it looks like they got that by a tick. And we're failing. Oh, it's not a good sign, right? Where's the worst possible place to buy it? Where somebody just bought it. And you're into this consolidation here. Oh, there's probably something there, right? There always is. A couple of 50s. No arguing this. Although I'd probably put it here. 1, 2. You're going to have to squeeze it in. 3, 4, 5 to get to that golden. Let's get you right on the pivot. ABC. It's not quite the launch you wanted. Whether you're in or not, it looks like he's looking to get in here. So you got a couple of choices here. Okay, can I do anything with that as an A, right? Or am I just going to stuck with this? Or is this going to be ABC into a 1 wave and we're going to go into a leading diag, right? That's the bitch of, oh, I can't tell. Well, you got kind of conflicting TA here. You've got a very strong bounce here out of a technical level, right? So we can, again, we understand what happened there. We're coming up to a 50 here. This is the 50, right? We've gotten through it where we did this double. So you've got mixed signals here. What you would have loved to have seen here is an impulse. And you just, no matter how I slice that, it's going to be hard to get one in there. You can't, right? So it's not an impulse, right? So we don't want to try and force it. So it looks like a pretty good ABC. Now, if that's an ABC, right, this is a lot of mixed messages here. What would you anticipate here? Oh. If it's an ABC, I would have been looking for something impulsive off of the pivot here. I don't get it. So this is one where you've got this. Okay, right? That's very encouraging, but I didn't get the launch I wanted. So it feels a little bit like you could be forcing here. Or, another way you could approach this is in the options market. Not to get into a whole thing on that because that's not really where we spend our energy. If you have that skill set, that knowledge base, right, very useful. It does look like something has finished here. Well, we begin or we end in a 5, right? So at this moment in time, if this is the X, this could certainly well be the A. So if we put the bearish scenario into it, Let's do that. See something like this coming down here. You got to be mindful. Oh, let's take that up a degree. You got to be mindful of that. Oh, where are you, little fucker? Jesus, I'm doing. My guys always tell me you spend too much time on the first one, and then you speed up as you go. I'm trying not to do that here. So, but CN Salazar, easy here, right? You're not quite getting what you would have wanted off of that. You would want. You got barely a fair value gap here. Oh, now I'm on the 4. Let's go to a 1 here. Is there anything I can salvage out of that? No, you can't squeeze an impulse in there. But that's a beauty right here. Again, even if you start to think, okay, wait, okay, so maybe the Elliott's not working. How about this? It's wick to the low. It feels like you're forcing it a little too much. I got a 5, I got a 3. Maybe I get another 5 here, but already I've overlapped here. So I would be cautious pushing for a trade here. Let it show you its hand a little bit more. I want to give you yeah, go for it. And I'm not saying don't. I'm just saying, I'd be real mindful of that stop. I'm not even sure I'd give it that much, right? Of course, it would depend on your size. Went down to the golden here. Get out of there. I'd be more inclined to go that direction. Sometimes even though you've got all of the ingredients there, it's just not giving you the right setup to take the trade. So this would be a watch list. I'm going to let that cook a little bit more. Doesn't look like it's done enough to where I can look at it and say, I see it. I got an edge. So that's all I can tell you, CN Salazar. Thanks for the post. Wish that looked a little bit better, but it's early, right? Let this thing cook a little bit. Okay, race car K-Pack's giving me. Oh, here's one I haven't heard of. Syrup. Yeah, is it true that there's 16 million cryptocurrencies? God, I hear that stat, and I find that so hard to believe. But that means they got to think up a name for all of them. Syrup. Well, never looked at it. Have no idea what they do. Does that matter? No. Now, if I'm going to trade this, if I was going to trade this, I want to know if it's a meme coin or not, or why it exists, what its purpose is, what its utility is, if it has one, or is it a meme coin? It's just a trading vehicle. It seems to me the wave 2 is complete. My only hesitation on that, right, to kind of lock in on that would be they didn't get that low. It's a little surprising. Now, you could look and say, well, what about the low right next to it? Well, okay. This is a little bit, it feels a little bit like you're accommodating this. Come here, is this locked? Probably. Let me unlock this. So, excuse me. So, yeah, there's times, right, if you look at Andrew's work or any of the pioneers, right, of the median line guys. Okay, right, this is not too terribly abnormal. What am I? I'm on a 4-hour here. Well, I know he's already done this, but let's just see how we look here. Now, remember, ALGO is going to be looking here. Now, so here's the Elliott count, but the algo doesn't care about your Elliott count. So it's going to want to go up to the high. Right? It's going to take dominant low to dominant high. Right? Does not care about any of this. So this is your starting point. So if I get that absolutely right on the low. Okay, right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that looks decent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, we're good there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into the 1 high. Seems reasonable. W. Expanded X. It's a little, unusual, but not so much you would DQ that count, right? A, B. Let's get in there. Well, they did get this. All right, so this gives you a little bit more conviction here that's a good sign here. And how do we know it's likely muscle and not retail? Displacement. Do you have any fair value gaps up here? You don't. So let's just quickly. Oh, this is the one I use because I get regular and inverse, right? So, okay, if we come back down a little bit, you've got a decent setup here. So you've got the displacement that took place here. You've got some inverse fair value gaps. So how are you finishing this? It's not a great finish, right? Because this, you wouldn't think, fuck, I can even do it. it's kind of tricky to connect the two. And this is a little bit where, okay, the A is decent. Okay, I can live with that as a B, but this is kind of a problem down here. Right? I mean, now when I say that, I'm not saying, well, fuck, you can't trade it. I'm just saying if we're applying Elliott Wave, I don't get a clean finish here. Does it matter? Well, I'd probably wait, and this fits me. Again, it's just me. I would probably wait. I want to see this break. I'm on a 4 hour. Let's get down to a 1 here. We've got to reconcile this somehow, right? So if we go, let's see if we can get a 5 in there. If I go 1, 2, 3, that's likely the 4 into a 5, right? If I do something like this, well, how does that relate back to this swing? Is that out? Looks like it might be too far. Yeah, it is. Just check. All right, always looking. All right, where is he? There he is to the tick. There's the target. It's just kind of like, I'm not saying don't trade it. I'm just saying I don't see an edge. Clearly a 3. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Sometimes, as much as you might like it, no trade is the best trading decision, or at least just wait a little bit. I see, right, again with golden down here, we've hit the median lines, but this fucks it up a little bit, right? At least in my mind, to where I go, oh, fuck, I'm not sure what's going on there. I can't see it. So if I can't see it, why am I trading it? And I would propose the same thing to you, Race Car Cape Out, right? Maybe you're in touch with why this thing even exists. I have no idea. Okay, so show me. Okay, 1, 2, this 3, 4, 5. Not sure. Now you could just take it one swing at a time and go, okay, well, there's a 5 down. I got a 5 up. So do I want to trade 4 to the 5? It's not a terrible thought. This is it's a little unclear how this is going to be labeled, right, when we're all done with it. Okay, but if we went with the most accommodating idea here. Oh, fuck, this gets a little gnarly here. 3, working on a 4, trade to the 5, right? So probably liquidity up here. So if you're just jonesing for this, like, oh God, I love syrup. That might be what you'd be looking for. Now you got to be careful here, because as we start to come down, right, there's just imbalances here. So if that's a 2 and we're going to go for the 4, like, why wouldn't I at least say, well, where do they usually go? Well, here's the high probability zone here. Could we stop here and go 4, 5? Well, if you did something, oh shit, we're going to have to tighten that up. If you did something like this, and you got to the push, right? Is that enough juice, right? Is it worth the risk? From 44 to 49, is it worth it? To me, I would say no. It's not worth the risk. You might get stuck in here. So I'd want to see, if it's me, again, there's so much to trade, right? I don't want to take anything iffy. Why, right? If I've got 16 million crypto to trade, which seems insane, but I hear that number repeatedly. If there's 16 million cryptos to trade, why would I ever take something that wasn't like literally a softball over the plate? This is a little fucked, a little funky. That's got to cook more, right? And I love it when I can get on here and say, oh, fuck, we get that right now. It's rare. Remember, an Elliott Wave account it's a TA. It's a snapshot in time, right now. Are we trying to forecast? Well, in a way we are, based on what we can see. So based on what we can see here, what conclusion could I draw? What's most probable? Well, if we're coming down, right, we haven't swept any liquidity here. Again, as I just draw this all the time, right, just to remind you, here's the swing that's in play. Are we going to break this side or this side? That's all there ever is. Which side breaks, right? Well, if you're thinking, oh, we're going 4 or 5, you're assuming that this is going to break. And then what would that imply? 1, 2, 3. Is the market obligated to do this? Of course not. What does it usually do? This. I'd wait for that. Show me that you're going to sweep this, and whatever this is now we broke this high. Show me you're going to go up there. Maybe you go up and get that high. Okay, but I want the retrace, right? Because once they do this, if they do this, right, unless there's a big, alt crank going on in syrup, where's the liquidity going to be after they sweep this or this? It's going to be below, which is why you don't ever, 6 years of saying it, want to buy at these pivots, because you're just bait. You are just asking, you're bending over in the shower. Please, please take me. Why would you do that? Some things to think about. I like the TA race car cap. K-Pack. I like it. It's just green banana. Steel Swarm. What do we got here? Copy link. Let's see what we got here. Come back to this. Algorand. Long a favorite. Has a use case. Oh, I'm going to do this just for my own brain. Gets me a palette I recognize. Hey, Sam. Hey, how nice. Put a little greeting in there. Hey, Sam and everyone at TDU watching. Chart is mostly one day, but see questions below. Swept. Okay, all right. So that's a good question. I'm going to move that off here. Well, I mean, sorry, allergies. Okay, I'm having trouble mainly trying to understand if the retracement is done. Well, isn't that always the question, right? Is it done? Is it done? Right? It's time to go. Well, let's see. Let's get in there a little bit. Okay, all right. So this is drawn in. So I'm going to slide this over just a little bit. All right. So this is what he's looking for. 1, 2. Right. So we've had the big overlap here. So diag. Okay. Good sign here, right? Because that's obvious liquidity here. They can't get it, right? So the market, right? We got down here, right? We got a big order block sitting right there. So it taps that, doesn't sweep the low. Good sign for a bull. Oh, that'll work. So I've got a good sign here. A little consolidation, right? What comes from consolidation? Expansion. Okay, did I get an impulse? Yes, but the depth of the retracement is, let's go down. Let's go to a 4. 1, 2. Yes, 1. Oh, you're going to have to do this W, X, Y. Probably. 1, 2. 3 looks good, right? So what's the issue here? Well, God damn. So sorry, I suffer like you can't believe from these allergies. I've got to get out of this town. Okay, I'm in chop here. And a couple of things have changed. So is this still valid as a 1, right? Well, not if we're thinking impulse. And because likely at this point in time, you'd have to think this way, right? A, B, C into a 1 because of the overlap. All right. So can we hold now as a diag? Well, okay. Well, then this has to change, right? So again, this, has to maybe the wrong word, right? If you're applying Elliott Wave, you can get a B here. A, B, C, D, E, something in there. You're going to have to do this. Let's change that. Right, for consistency. Okay, well, all right, it's okay. With leading diags, no problem, right? Okay, good. Now, where are we here? Well, hello. Right into. It's just so funny. People love to shit on that, but there it is again. So 1, 2. Do I have an impulse? I kind of do. Let's go down to a 1. All right, so here's what we're pulling. Right, just a couple of ticks past the 618, just enough to get into the golden zone. All right, here's your, probably order block right there. All right, so last little swing before we go up, right? Why am I picking this? Because look at the displacement that comes off of it, right? So we know that's not retail. ABC, right? That's perfectly reasonable. Why would you think anything else there? You wouldn't. Now, what comes off of this? Do I get an impulse, right? Again, the reason we do it this way is because this is the thought process, right? Y'all are going to go through the same thought process, which is why I don't do these, they're not all preset. Okay, one. Well, maybe not one, right? Because we're thinking diag, so let's change that. What would it be in the context of a diag? Can we get that? Right, we're thinking in the context of zigzag here, right? If I got to go A, B, Z, well, this is not a great zigzag, but you got a flat and then again an impulse here, and then okay, well, let me read. That's probably a WXY because I don't get a clean impulse here. So there's a WXY into the low, A, B. Is that Al? Right. So this is the work. This is doing technical analysis, right? Again, that's why you're here, right? So if I do it if it's all pre-done for you, you don't get the thought process. Well, what's the next thing that just stares at you? Like, well, what happened there? Why did it stop there? And is this just liquidity being swept here? Right? Wouldn't that be your first thought? Oh, duh. Probably think there might be some stops right here. Wouldn't that be your first thought? Oh shit. Well, of course. Is that Al? Well, could be. Looks like it'd be close. Maybe went through. We got a wick that goes through. It is all wick, is it not? It is wick, right? So what are they doing here? Likely this imbalance here is getting filled. See, that's the thing, right? It's you can look here and say, oh, they broke the golden zone. But okay, is there a reason why? Why would that wick go up there? The market, there's always a reason. And if there's not, that's a problem, right? You need to keep looking or don't take the trade. Right? If you can't figure it out, oh, okay, do I have a good understanding of what happened here? Well, I can, is there knowing? Well, there's hypothesizing here with some conviction. Seems a reasonable conclusion to make here. Okay, well, what comes off of that? A, B, C. So let's get that. Oh, come here. I got ABC here, so it looks like I'm going to have to do another WXY here. It looks like WXY into that. Let's put you in sub-minuet. Again, I don't get an impulse. Oh, diag? Okay, maybe. Let's go back out to a 3 here. So let's not, you can't lose the context. What am I trying to do here? Well, if this is the B, if this is A and this is the B, I'm trying to get a C here. Well, let's get this one out of here. Where would I anticipate that C? Right? Where's my C? Fuck you. Where did you go here? A, B, is this my C? Is this thing going to turn into a triangle? Maybe. 3, this is the problem way, right? Because that's hang on. Oh, I'm a little tighter there. A little bit of a problem. Would I change that count? I wouldn't. This you're going to have to do as a diag, right? You got no choice. So this is a tricky one, right? That's, it's kind of a good thing to see. Oh, fuck me. Come here. That's C. See, in the process of doing this, you're kind of getting to where, oh, fuck, you're not getting what you want here. It's starting to make me think, okay, this is kind of feeling like it's not making sense. Which, as soon as that pops into your head, think triangle. Kind of starting to feel that way. right? That we'd come out of here, come out of this as a triangle. Now I'm going to have to do a little adjusting in the count. Yes. Let's go back to a 4 here. Well, would that fit, right? Could I have a triangle here? Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Put, you know, this would be the E here. Targeting that. Starting to, and you kind of get there in the process of like, well, that kind of works. That kind of works. That doesn't quite work. That C should be higher if I'm going to get an ABC here. And then, wait, that doesn't work. AB, what? C, is that the correction? It's starting to look to me like the whole thing's a triangle because nothing really is making sense. And that's when you think triangle. That's where I would leave that. Well, the other thing, I mean, this would be obvious. Oh, here, let's just do it this way. All right, where's value? Now, the beautiful thing about this is you don't have to go, well, based on what I see, it looks like value's here, right? We can just go from the low I just chose here. The market tells you where it is. You don't have to hypothesize. It's telling you where it is. Where's the price that's agreed to as fair value? What would be the point of control? Where are we now? Well, we just tick a little undervalued, a little overvalued. I think the triangle is how I would leave that until new information comes. Right? Somewhere in here, we're looking for that 4. You got a little bit of an algo squeeze here. See the squeeze, the algo squeeze, right? They're fighting it out here from one golden zone to the next golden zone. Right? Now, we're back to which side's going to break. That's all. The only decision you ever make. There's the swing. We're internal. Which side's going to break? We could go sideways for a long time, but eventually either that low or that high is going to break. Has to, right? Well, you can go sideways for a long time. I don't think Algorand's going to go sideways for 5 years. One of these is going to break. What's the higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low? Right? You don't know, right? Because maybe that side breaks. If you're going to trade this, do you have any edge there? You know, my suggestion would be, again, I'm very picky about what I trade. I got to really like it. Okay, so if the 4 were going to come in here, I'm going to need a 1 to come out of here, and I'd be looking for a 5. Can I get a 5? Right? Could be a diag. I got to get a 5. Now, if I can get something like this, what are we anticipating after the 5? Right? It's same shit over and over again, right? That's the one I would want. I want the 4 to be locked in. I want the 5 to come off of this. Again, could be a diag, because it could be an A. Well, we're doing a diag. So it could be an ABC that we're looking for, but we're looking for that. We got a target? Yeah, we got a target. Where's the trade? I want this one right there. If it comes, right? Of course, I have no idea if that comes. But as it sits there right now, something's got to push out of here. We can. That's an A, B, C. So to finish the labeling, this would be A, B, C. So let's measure length of the 1 through the pivot of the proposed 3. Now I don't have the 4, right? That's what's missing. But that's kind of in this range, that value edge, the edge of value here. If I'm coming up here, well, hello. No, market's not obligated to get there. May come up here. But at least I have the odds playing with me from this. Right? The odds don't change here. It doesn't matter if that's golden or not. As long as that pivot holds and we don't break this, 80% we get there. So that's why to be looking here. I got 80% odds I get there. Is that not good enough for you? It's good enough for me. I'm looking long, right? Until this low breaks. Thanks for that one. Who gave me that one? Steel Swarm. Good one. Very good. Adam. Oh, let's see. Do I have Adam down below? Oh, hang on. Let me see, because I got a bunch here from Twitter too, or X. Fuck, it's forever Twitter to me. I don't. Okay, so let's do Adam real quick. Adam, right? I always give, members that post charts, right? I'm gonna give them a little extra love, right? If they ask for a couple, oh God, this looks fucking horrible. Jesus, sorry, maybe sorry I went here. Okay, do we need to be in log scale? Well, what's the range we're looking at? I don't know what's up with the. Why I can't see any chat over here. Shit, for all I know, I'm doing this to myself. I can't see something in the chat. I assume a few members would contact me if for some reason this wasn't going, but something weird. Yep, I still can't do the chat. Well, hopefully we're broadcasting. Okay, so here's Cosmos on the daily. I'm over on Coinbase. Oh shit, I should probably be. Well, since I'm here. All right, you like to see that precision. Here, don't get it. Why? Well, you got to look from the other side, right? It's the sell side. Are they winning it? Sure looks like it. Where's the algo, right? Where's the target? It gets it to the tick. Be sure you see that. Oh, let's get you right on there. Where's Al? There he is. How many algos are in here? No way we're ever going to know. This one we can track. It's simple, and it leaves a footprint. And we can see the reaction. Right? That's why we track it. So sell side wins. Right? So this guy is off the board. Right? So this is Jesus Christ, that's unbelievable. So this gets it. Now, what do I have here? Slop? Why? Why would you want to trade that? Well, fine too. We got to. Okay, you were just talking about it, right? Well, here's the swing. Here's the thing. So which side's going to break? Well, if we are going to have an alt season, I would not anticipate that Cosmos is going to out of zero. Do we have an Elliott account here that would work? It ain't pretty if we do. Well, it looks like you've got a WXY here, assuming this is done. So this looks like you'd be doing something, oh fuck, like this. But then look what you got here, right? For all we know, this is not quite done. But I can look there, right? So again, we begin and we end in fives. It sure looks like I got a 5 that's ending right there. So what I have here, right? This is untradeable, right? I would strongly encourage against trying to do anything there. That's guaranteed. Well, I shouldn't say that. Very low probability trading in there. What's your edge? You're down to a 60, right? Maybe we can dig something out of here. Well, is this Al on the buy side? Nope. Right. The buy side is, let's see, do we get one here, right? The buy side keeps blowing, right? We're blowing it, right? So it's not, you're not seeing you're seeing the buy side algo is losing the battle. Right, and that's what it is. It's a battle. Right, okay, 1, 2. I mean, this is really like, I really want to trade Adam. So can you do 1, 2, 1, 2? Is that what that looks like to you? Could you take a trade here? Well, if you're just fucking determined to do it, I mean, yeah, you could. I can't say I love it, right? Again, why are you forcing a trade here? There's not much, right? You can always talk yourself into something. Again, Why? Why are you doing it? Well, I read something on Twitter that these guys are going to have a huge benefit. Or, fuck, I'm bored. I could use a shot of dopamine. What's going on in the market? Adam, well, let's take a runner. Right, I've been reading about an alt season that's inevitably coming. Right, we're doing blah 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 blah. Right, what you just why? What's the hurry? There's nothing here to really launch into. Where does the market think? Objectively. Not what do we think with our TA hats on. Where's the market telling you? We are stuck in this range. So what if you were absolutely determined to trade, right? Because you just fucking had to do it. Buy undervalue, sell overvalue. That's the only real approach you'd have here, right? Because the Elliott is not helpful here. And there are many times where that's the case. It's just not clear what's going on. So why force anything? Be my suggestion. All right, I'm doing it again. I spent too much time on these. I get reminders from my crew. Sam, you're spending too much time on some of these. Okay, hang on. Steel Swarm, I got you. Cardano. How am I doing on time? Shit, for all I know, I can tell that nobody's even watching here. I can't tell because I can't see what's going on. Oh, we'll hear Cardano. The other one he asked for, Cardano. I know a lot of people are watching this, right? It's kind of a, a couple $100 million to get Trump elected. Okay, well, all right. Oh, pardon me. That would be, all right. Is he feeling good about his investment? Well, they probably, right? Genius Act got passed. Good for crypto. Trump's all in on crypto, right? Because half his money is there. 1, 2, 1, 2. Was that worth 250 million? Maybe. That's the kind of shit we just looked at in Atom, right? You can't. You have to wait for that. So what happens after it does it? Oh shit! Come here. Oops. That's not what I want. I want that. That's surprising. Well, what are the choices here? 1, 2, not going to be 3. Right? There's a beauty to that decision matrix just screaming at you. Well, that's not 3. Well, but if this is 1, 2, I need another 1. Is that my 1, 2? It's a pretty ugly 2. Looks like you got a WXY here, A, B, C, right? So you'd have W, A, B, C, X, A, B, C, Y. So I got that. Okay. All right. It's looking better, right? So sometimes you look at it and first glance, it's like, oh, fuck, piece of shit. I don't want to trade this. Okay. Well, wait a second now. Let's get in here. Okay. Let's label it. Could that be 1 and that be 2? 3, 4, 5. Got to go up here. Okay, or maybe we can build a story here. Let's see, what are we not used to? Let's go to white, right? So, okay, 1, 2, right? If it's going to be a 3, where's the channeling, right? Don't forget the geometry. So we'd have to be right here. A little break here. Oh, it would have been a beautiful 4, but we didn't get it. So this is just habitual, right? I cannot not do it, right? It's such a habit. I just habitually wick the 1s. Whoops. All right, a couple of reasons. Okay, all right. So I've got 1, 2, 1, 2. Reasonable. Do I get a 1? Right, well, I'm waiting for the 1, 2. Right. I need a 1. If this is going to be 3, I need another 1, 2. Let's go to a 4. Do I have it? You probably talk yourself into that. It's a pretty skinny little 1, 2 though. 3, clearly the 4. Do I have it? Does it have the right look? I wouldn't, take a screenshot and set it up as the world's prettiest impulse, but okay, right? The 3's decent. Okay, so let's go with it. All right, can we build a trade? 1, looking for it down here. 3, 4, 5. Right? It's just building on what do they usually do? Okay, if that's the 1. You see the imbalance here between this, the 1 and the 2 and the 3, and then look at the size of the 4 relative to the 5. Right? Look, well, I wouldn't count it differently. But is it, what you really hope for? No. How do we do here? Still not there. Just because that target is there doesn't mean it's inevitable it's going to get there, but I wouldn't count against it. Candidate for a 1, waiting for the 2. So meaning, let's put it together. Off the golden here, off the tap. Well, this looks like a little front run. That looks like maybe Al here. It is. All right, do you see him? All right, do you see how consistent this is? There he is, right there. Do you like how I personalized it? That's Al. ALGO. You know him. You see him every day in every asset. Al. There he is. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into a 1. Well, after that, right? So, but note here, right, we're not getting targets. Here's the target down here. I'm not getting a target up here. So I got quite a fib fight going on here. This is a double, so in that same thinking, like here's the swing, which side's going to break? This one or this one? Well, right now as it sets up, you'd anticipate, right? What you want here is the retrace, so you can buy it at better value. So you can get in for the 3. That's what, if you're tracking this thing, you want to buy it here? I would say no. Do you want to sell it here? Well, I don't really want to sell it, right? I've got a nice little 1 wave here. I got a 1, 2, 1, 2. So what are you doing? Much of trading is waiting. You got to be willing to wait. And you got to be willing to miss trades, right? Because for all we know, this fucking thing, I have no idea. For all I know, that just rockets out of here. But right now, why would I buy that there? I want to be a buyer, but why would, fuck me, come here. Why would I buy it there? And this is a push, right? This is kind of accommodating, right? The lousy 2. Come down here. So what would be perfect, right? If I could set this up, sweep that low, come down, golden. Then I get a nice tight low risk entry where I can be very definitive. Okay. All right. Can we use the market again? Can we use the market? Come here. Where are we, right? A little overvalued, a little undervalued. Again, objective, right? It's not, oh, well, it feels to me like we're a little overvalued. No. Market, where's fair value? Right here, right where we are. What's your edge here? You don't have one. If I'm down here, do I have an edge? Well, I'm in an algo zone where I know it's going to fire. I don't have to wonder. That doesn't mean it's going to hold, but I know it's going to fire. I'm coming off of an algo zone here. I've got price recognition. I'm retracing to where I'm under value. Yes, that's edge. Right? If I get down here, well, maybe this is A, B, C. I'm going to come down here. Yes. Now, am I sit here with a limit order? No. What I want to see that swept, and then I want to see this, and then my trade is right here because I can put my stop down here, looking for this. Right? And that might just be the 1 of the 3. Right? Maybe the 3 is going way up here. Right? 1, 2. Well, I got to have another 1. That's the beauty of Elliott Wave. Right? It's not optional. It's not like, oh well, fuck it. We don't need another 1. Let's just go straight. No. It's that discipline that's the advantage of Elliott Wave, right? To wait for it. Are you gonna get it right more often than not? Absolutely not. You are not. I don't care how good an elitician you are. It doesn't matter. You're going to be wrong when you're right. Period. 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 Accept it. Don't fight that. Accept it. Which means where's your focus? Money management. What separates successful from unsuccessful traders? It's not their TA skills. That can contribute to it. It's their money management. Where are you focused? TA? Well, TA, right? That's the fun part. Money management, that's the discipline part. I mean, assuming you like solving puzzles, right? The TA is a puzzle. Right? Can I solve the puzzle to where I get to a destination where I feel I have edge? Well, then take the trade. What's the money management? How much you're risking? Where's your stop? Are you trading with leverage? Same story. Waves of crypto. Crypto. Oh, wait a second. Waves previously crypto. Oh, is that your old handle? No, yeah, that was your crypto paralysis. Shit, I'm not sure what he's telling me there. But let's find out. Maybe show me. I swear I cannot tell if we're broadcasting. It's got to be. I don't know why I'm not getting. Somebody would tell me if I wasn't. I'm assuming we are. Okay, so this is Helium from Waves of Crypto. Why? I don't get the previously crypto paralysis. I don't get that. But maybe he'll shoot me a note. Post something here. Oh, looks like the market's popping a little bit. I'll take a minute to pop over my Trads account over there. Oh, this looks sexy. Helium, right? So we got a use case here. It's a utility, not a meme coin. I like this. Really nice work. Impulse correction. Oh, this is very well done. Now, note here, so he's building a case. You look at this, go, oh fuck, why do I care about all this over here? Because it's the discipline to do that. It's working through it, and I get to where I get down here and I go, now he's showing you here. You got a potential, inverted head and shoulders, which looks a lot like a liquidity sweep, right? So what are they doing down here? They're sweeping the liquidity. They being, institutions, right? Those who can move the market. So where's retail going to put their stop? Right there. Where'd they get them? Get them and gone. Okay, that's the daily. Oh, I'm going to do this here. Just give me a second. Get that palette here that I recognize. Looks like we're mighty deep here. We came into this bullish order flow. Right, down before we went up, right? And we go up with a lot of displacement. So the 1-2, very, very reasonable thinking, right? So where are we in the larger context, right? The 1-2. Well, again, we're back to, okay, does that make sense? Does that fit? If this is a 1 and that's a 2, well, again, this is not optional. That's key word being if. I don't think anyone's going to argue with that, as an impulse. Retrace. Impulse. 5, 3, but it's a sharp 3, right? WXYXZ. That might give you some pause. It's so sharp, but we are on a weekly. A little skinny at the low. They don't actually sweep it. Does it matter? Probably not. They don't get it, right? So potentially that's a good sign here that we're essentially going to do this. We're going to have a truncation here. You have to do A, B, C. It's a little skinny. Does it matter? Maybe not. 1, 2, right? 5. Even though it's complex, it's 3. Just look at the major swing structure, right? It's a 3, period. Right now, what comes off of it? Let's go to a daily. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I even like that. Oh, nice touch here. That's cool. I like that Waves of Crypto. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into a 1. All right, so I've had that, right? Things we know about, well, let's call it strong tendencies in the market. We begin and we end in 5s. We correct in 3s. So look, I can't make this shit up. So here's the 3 that's part of the final correction. Now you say, if we're correcting, what am I anticipating next? Well, I just had a 5 down, then I've got a 3, then I get a 5 down. Oh, could that be the low? God, maybe that's the low. Wonder if I'll get a 5. 5 followed by 3. It's a little, again, WXY. It's a little tricky, right? That's what makes Elliott Wave challenging, right? It's the corrections, the impulse. Motive waves, I got a diag or I got an impulse. Fucking drop dead simple. I got 26 different types of corrections, right? So, okay, it's a little tricky down here. So, WXY, reasonable. Is it perfect? Again, don't expect perfect. Whew, I love this. I love that. It's great. Great. Wait, use the tools. A, B, C. Yes, good, right? Could that have been the 1? Yes, of course it could have. If I'm here and doing this, a week ago or whatever that time was, oh, fuck, like 1, you'd be thinking 1. Oh, right, we're back to that same decision. Oh, which side's going to break? Well, I think this is going to hold because I think that's the one, and I think we're going to do this. Well, sorry. Doesn't happen. Okay. Abandon trading this because you were wrong once? No. You're going to be wrong way more than you're going to be right. Get used to it. Okay, well, what does this look? Maybe that's Al there. You think that's him? How do we tell? You're not coming off of here. You did the first time you got a decent pump, right? That's a good looking reaction to target getting swept. Not getting it the second time. Okay, good, encouraging, right? Because what you think there's any stops down here? Yeah, we don't have to wonder. We know there are. Could that be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Oh, I'm on a 4. Let's go to a 1. Skinny. A, B, C. It's not perfect. Well, we can look here. So this is likely, right? That's artificially created so they can grab it. Could you think retail might oh, is that Al? It might be. No, the wick got through there, right? So we didn't get a close, though. So you might have been thinking, oh, 1, 2, right? I'm good. Yeah, again, market's not obligated, but now this reaction here looks a little bit better. Well, I mean, this is pretty hard to miss, right? We're all the resistance here. So what? Right, this would not be an ideal place to buy. Any more than this was an ideal place to buy, or this was, or this was, or this was, right? We've got clear rejection here. Okay, so let's let it get through. But if it goes through, I'm going to miss the move, right? If this is 1, 2, right? We have to have an impulse here. Again, it's not optional. 1, 2. Is that my 1, 2? Not a very good start to, if that's 1, 2, that's not a great start to the next one. I mean, we're pushing it down here to the 30-minute, right? This Elliott starts to fall apart. The lower down you go, right? It's harder to make sense of it, which is why I always tell you 60 minutes or above. If I'm coming down here, I'm trying to dig out a count. Okay, 1, 2, okay, maybe. Is it good enough to trade? In my opinion, absolutely not. I will let this thing run. What's the next hurdle it's going to have to, well, the major that's going to have to clear? We're going to have to clear that. There's going to be resistance here. Right? We don't have to wonder about it. We know it's going to be there. So what are you trying to say here? That this is going to be 1, 2, and we're going to go 3, 4, 5? Okay. It's not an unreasonable thought, but there's not enough evidence there to say, well, clearly it's happening. This kid, that looks like it might be a 50. Yep. 1, 2. That is not the. Could this be A, B, and we're going to come down for a C? It's, again, why are you forcing it? No, I didn't want to miss it. You're not going to miss anything. Let it show you. It will show you. It's your impatience, right, that will get you in trouble. Oh, but from 290 to 3, I missed that move. Please. Right? If you want to swing trade this, you're looking for this. $4. Where are we now? You're looking to double your money here. If this is going to go, if it's going to go. So you're worried about, 20 cents? Think bigger. It's really nice work, Waves of Crypto. What do you got over here? Oh, we got a simplified Bitcoin count. Oh, this will be curious. Mixed opinions on. What happened there? Oh, I gotta leave. I was worried about. Warning! I got a white screen here. Hang on, guys. Oh shit, that is bright. Waves of Crypto. Are you giving me a white? It's funny how you adjust. I used to be only white background for years. And then I made the switch. I never could go back. Oh shit, I'm not gonna be able to see your, let me try this. Let's go to, I've got something gray in here so I can see. All right, a little bit less of a harsh toke on the eye. Okay, so he's giving me an arithmetic count on Bitcoin. Targets, I like your targets as a bull. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Very reasonable. 1, 2, 1, 2. I think the strongest part of this count here, and I've been talking about this as well, I don't think there's any dispute that that's going to be your 4. I don't think it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. That's the 4, right? So the only question is, what was this the top, right? And we had to make a deeper retracement. We get the, again, to kind of beat the dead horse here, but just so that your mind starts tuning into this. Okay, which side's going to break? This one or this one? That's the decision you're making. This one, right? So where do I not want to buy it as it breaks? 1, 2, 1, 2. Again, right? Just over and over again. Where is the single worst place on this chart to buy Bitcoin? Right there. Who buys that? Retail. Right? Oh, so sorry. Kind of like retail bought it here, and you know retail bought it here, and you know they bought it here, and they will buy it here. After a while, you see it so often, you go, well, I'm not buying that. Only a retail, no, I shouldn't say that. Only an inexperienced trader is going to buy that. I mean, how many times do you have to see it before you go, oh, I may not do that? 100? What's your number before something really solidifies? How many times do you need to see that measured move kick? 30,000? 40,000? How many times do you need to see the median line get tapped with 80% odds? 300, 400, 500? What's your number? Before it just becomes something you go, this is a strong tendency in the market, so I'm going to pay attention to it. You got to come to those conclusions yourself. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2, right? This is, right? He's very right. This is a nice simplified count, right? Sometimes we just fucking overcomplicate everything. This is a weekly count. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Why not? Why not that count? Wouldn't that be your first thought? Well, fuck, that's not right. Why? Why is it not right? Well, you know, choice of language there. Our objective is not to be right. Our objective is to be profitable. Can I be profitable with this count? Well, what things that we can look at objectively? Do I have higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher? Yes. Any question about the trend? No. If I'm swing trading this, do I have a bias here? Probably. Right? Swept the high, swept the low. Oh, what are we doing here? This is, where are you pulling that from? I'm assuming that's got to be here. Come here. But that's this. Is that what you're doing there? Yes, that's what you're doing. All right, so he's taking the A projection from the, what now we can see is a B for the C. Let's pull this down. If it's 1, 2, 1, 2, how's Al doing here? Oh shit, I can barely see it. Are we in the pocket? Looks like if we pull this over here, we got this wick. So putting that together, 1, A, B, retail, so sorry, C. Is it enough? Right. You'd like to, I mean, there's a nice hammer, right? But you know, ideally, right? I mean, this is all rejection, right? So we're pushing up here. Ideally, you'd like to see that close, that weekly candle close in the green, but it's not a requirement here. Look as we come down the rejection. It's wick rejection, right? The market is talking to you there. No, I don't want to go down. No, I don't want to go down. Can I get up? 1, 2. A, B. Do I have a C here? Looks like you might at this moment in time here, go WXY, maybe. ABC, it's skinny here. ABC, you know, it's a little of a combination. I go to a 4, can I get it in there? You're going to have to do it ABC. Good enough? That's a 4. Are we getting a little 5 coming out of here? Whoops. I'm looking for this guy. Let's go to a 2. Can we label it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's put you in something dark. Oh, fuck. I need dark colors for this. Right. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. 1. We overlapped here, so it's a little diagonal. Now you're getting really, you have to get really into the mud here. It's a shame, right? But you don't really want. Oh, you almost had it. Yeah, maybe I had it right here. Oh shit! Can we get out of that? Nope. So you got to be thinking diag. I need dark color there again. All right. So we get the overlap. Is it technical, right? Is that LIC involved? Probably. Usually is. In a diag, right? We want the start of 1 through the pivot of 3, looking for the 50. Got it. Here's the target. Tradable. Alternate, maybe you're thinking ABC here, ABC for the 3, but I wouldn't go there yet, right? Right now, let's see what we get here. Okay, all right. So, what's the one thing you've got to be thinking right now? Well, where's the resistance? Well, we don't have to wonder where that is. It's gonna be up here at 114. Can we get a little kick here to finish this? We got a big imbalance up here. This is going to be hard to see, but you can see that fair value gap here. If I tighten that up there, right there, as we come up towards the golden for that, coming up here. I know if you're long Bitcoin, you're like go 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 go. But if for a healthy market, you kind of want this to happen. Because now I'm like, oh shit, I see exactly where we are in this. Does that mean we're going 3? No, it just means that I can identify through pattern recognition, algo insight into where it's going to respond. Again, if you're doing this, right, you're looking for right here at golden zone. So I can look at this and go, oh, okay, I recognize it. I can define the risk. I see a pattern that I know, right? And macro trends are certainly bullish. What else can I do here? Oh shit, would I have a golden corner here? Yeah. Well, is that good? Well, I don't want it to hit it that fast. So that may be too tight. I'm on a 30-minute, right? This is what our target is here. I don't want it to take that long. And I don't want it to do this, right? It kills the odds too quickly. It may not be the right tool there. So what do I, oh shit, I'm out of tools? No. We've got this right now as it sits here, right? This isn't complete. Let's see what happens next. Okay, thanks for that. Thanks for that, Waves of Crypto. Good one. The whole market, it's been like this for 2 weeks, right? First we're waiting for Jackson Hole. Now we're waiting for NVIDIA's earnings. Then we got a payroll report, right? So, there's no separation from, risk assets in crypto with what's happening in trads, right? Money supply, right, is ultimately what's going to determine what Bitcoin does. Okay, Waves of Crypto, excellent post. Very, very nicely done. Crypto Janice, TOTAL3ES here. Okay. Seems correction going on, lower time frame. Okay, so let's get this up here. Hope that gray was, you guys could see that. Again, I have no idea if anybody's watching. It's kind of weird. I don't know why, but again, I just assumed someone would tell me. One of my guys would tell me. Okay, so let's copy this. So what this is, he wants TOTAL3 at lower left. Lower left is TOTAL3. Market cap. Well, it's a good one, TOTAL3, excluding Bitcoin, ETH, and stablecoins, right? So everybody's jonesing for, me included, right? We can get an alt season, right? We all are going to feel good, right? That's what we're all in here for. Well, not everybody. I shouldn't assume that. All right, let's get the volume down here, right? Because I would just put it below the chart. Well, one thing about Crypto Janice, he likes him some trend lines. and some channels. Okay, so I got lots of channels here. Oh, I'm going to do this for, maybe we see a little better. It's hard to see that. You're on a 4-hour. Let me go to an 8. Okay, that's a little hard to see, but you see, he likes the inverted head and shoulders, right? He's posted that several times, which kind of makes sense, right? So we're grabbing liquidity down here at this consolidation. I mean, this is fairly easy to spot, right? We come into all of this chop here before we launch and we revisit it, right? That's the whole idea, mitigation. Okay, so we come here. That looks like Al's involved, right? So from the low, all right, there he is. Oh, what's up? That got a wick, got through, went 707. All right, so, oh God, that's a little hard to see. Okay, so this one, that's out. We got a WXY. So here's the, okay, let me change that color so it's a little brighter. I'm moving those only so I can see in there. 1, 2. Okay, it's not great, but Jesus, that's a lot. I'm just, CryptoJanice, I got to pull some of these out of here so I can see what you're thinking. I know that it's always easier when it's your stuff, right? You know what you've drawn. Looks like most of these have been broken. Well, this, you can't trade this, but here's your classic sweep of the highs. Looks like I've got something's missing here. This is not labeled, so we'd have to let's see. So it's always a good idea to try and, okay, put that. What did we complete there? If that's 1, is that your 2? And this is another 1, 2. Well, then these have to go up here. Let's go minuet, something big here. 1, 2, 5, 3 to a 50 to this consolidation. Okay, we got that one out. Now I got another 5. On 8, let's go down to a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, looking good. Again, right at the high, we retrace. Right, break of structure. What do we anticipate after break of structure? Retrace. So we get a 5 followed by a 3 followed by a 3, right? So great example, right? There's no way you would have known that that's coming. You'd be thinking, oh, again, it's not labeled. Right, try and do that. And it's not for my sake, for your sake, CryptoJanice, to complete it. Right? What completed here? Are you thinking now if we're going to go WXY, we've got to have a 2 down here? Right? That would be what you're implying. Let's do something in white. Okay, so here's a 1. Very easy. You might have thought, oh, 1, 2. Oh, I go. Fuck, I got it right here. Oh, fuck. I still beautiful. Oh, shit. That's why you have stops, right? There's no way to have known that. There's not, right? There's no knowing, right? That's knowing the future. It's, oh. Okay, there's only responding. Okay, right? So if that initial thought turns out the market doesn't cooperate with that, well, now what's it telling you? 3. It's more like a 5, doesn't it? Right? If I come down to a 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So it's not in dispute. That is a 5. It's not looks like, it is a 5. Okay, so what could that be? Oh, come here. Oh, fuck me. Hang on. 5. If this is an X, am I thinking I'm done here? No. Well, does that mean I'm not done? No. That's not. Market's going to do what it's going to do. It is not obligated to do anything. I feel like I have to remind people of that all the time. Just because, well, fuck, it can't be. Well, it can't go impulsive here, so it must be going down, so I can't buy it. It's never what I'm saying. Right now, right, what looks like, if you're applying Elliott Wave here, this is a 5, right? But it doesn't, the context doesn't fit to be done here. A is what you would think at this moment. B could go higher, right? Because it kind of looks like we're a little impulsive there. I don't like to go below a 30. So, okay, where's Al, right? Because you know he's involved because he's always involved. Geez, I wonder why we're stopping here. Why are we stopping right there? So confusing. God, if only there was an algo that I could see that repeated itself over and over again, that I could get some insight as to why it's stopping there, because that's always the question. Why is it stopping there? Why not here, here, here? Why there? Okay, what do I have now? At this moment in time, what do I have? Golden corner. Right, now that's too sharp, right? It's not going to make it, so I'm going to have to modify that. Correction, right? That's not uncommon to go to a shift or a modified shift. Modified shift, just a channel. Do I have 80% odds here? As long as that pivot holds. Now, it's pretty tight on that pivot, right? You'd like to see it come off of that a little bit more. All right, we're seeing literally tapping the 65. Does that look like a corrective move? Not really. So what's a possibility here? Could this be we're going to do A, B, C, and we're going to break this golden and come up here? Could be. Do I know? Nope. Where's the better risk reward? If I was going to take this trade, where's the better risk reward? Duh. I don't mean to insult your intelligence with that. I'm just trying to, get you to think out loud with me. Okay, well, do I want to buy this at the golden zone? Really? I'm assuming, right? That's kind of a rhetorical question. A, he's got it labeled. B could go higher. It's not saying it. First, it's going to have to clear that. We got to get close above. I got a pretty fat order block sitting right here. All right, I got a nice fat order block here. Right, this swing up before we went down with displacement, right? So we know that's muscle. Right, again, just can't, drawing conclusions from total, right, which is not tradable, right? But to take this over to the alt space here, okay, are we bullish right now? Maybe not. Still looking for that 2 down here. Where's the important low? Right here. So this would be a invalidation level down here. All right, so if alt season's coming, maybe not this week. Griff, there he is with AAVE. Okay, got some of this. It's happening down below. Nobody's telling me it's not going live, so I'm assuming it's on. I don't know what's up with my restream, but something's fucked up. Okay, all right, so we're over on Binance, on AAVE. I think he gave me this last week. Here, let's go out to the daily. So you get context. Again, here I just got that nice palette here that makes it easier to see for you guys. Let me brighten that up. Oops. 1, 2. Yeah, okay. Let's back that up for a second. Big box of consolidation. It's a lot. You could play some Wyckoff there. What is it, right? It's accumulation. Can we get some Elliott in there? I'd probably do something like this. It's kind of heavy on that. Well, if we're going to apply some Elliott Wave here, 1, 2 here. Ugh, that's probably a bumpy ride to get out of there. Can we do it here? You could probably get an impulse here with a kicker in the 5th. By going A, B, C, right? Because this is just a free fall. Right, so A, B, C into the 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So I get a good finish here. A, B, oh, fuck, it wouldn't matter. W, X, Y into the 4. you get your finish up here. There's the 1. Oh shit, what is that? I'm going to come down here. I don't want to screw up this nice work he's added here. I'll get you right there. Well, we're not going to call that corrective. So let's get in there. 1. Oh, do we have to label it? We probably should. It's always a good idea. Looks like we're somewhere in that range. You might even do it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's decent. I mean, it's all right. Now, this we start to break down a little bit here. So running flat, okay, that works as a 2. Let's go to a 2-hour here. He's got some trade ideas. I'm gonna have to push these off just a little bit to not disrupt them. Clearly an impulse, right? So this starts to solidify in your mind, right? This consolidation flat. Impulse, right? So off the low. What could we be responding to there? Looks like imbalances galore right here. 1, 2. One, two. Oof. Well, it's not a deal breaker, but big. So that's going to be a fair value gap on a higher time frame. Let's see on the 4. Yeah. Fair value gap on a higher time frame is what he's getting there. So it could be the daily. Oh, there it is on the 4-hour. If I bring this up a tad. Good work. Very nice work. Okay, so boy, that's mighty close. Okay, so your question would be, can I finish it up here? So now we've established that. Well, it's so deep. You're looking for a 2 there. Well, let's just check that. Coincidence? Seriously, how many times do I have to show that? What's the number? It would have to be over 60,000 times before you go, okay, yeah. I've probably shown that 60,000 times over 6 years, easily. Is that enough times? No. One golden. Didn't quite get there. Little front run. What do we have to remember? Always going to be an algo on the other side. Always, always, always. Easiest thing to forget. Oh, fuck, I forgot about the sell side. So we've got a bit of a fib fight going on here, right? So from this one to this one to this one, we're stuck. Right? Now, you'd prefer this. It's too big for a 4, right? You really don't want that to be the 4, right? So can we do this without bastardizing it too badly? Right? You really want this to be complete. And plus the channeling would suggest that you'd be tight here. Force fit, maybe. But you see, you don't want to do that, right? That's not the. Does it happen? Yes, but that's not the one you want to trade. The one that does this, no. You can't get that in a channel, right? That's not what you're looking for. I'm not saying that that's not the 4 and that I'm right. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying with the one that I want to trade needs to have the right look, and the channeling is so critical to it. If the channeling breaks down, I wait. 1, 2, 1, 2. What are we waiting for? That. 1, 2, 3. Now, could you buy it here? Well, where's your better risk reward? Oh shit, I got the wrong one. Can I do that one? Where's the better risk reward? I wouldn't give it that much. Oh fuck. Yeah, I don't need to do that. I mean, max I'd give it is right there. Why? Why take any more risk? If this breaks, I'm wrong. Or this is WX, we're coming lower. Something else is going on. So there's no reason to take a tick more risk there. And right when they start to get that tight, well, now I can add a little leverage to it. Not 500x, but you know, 3, 4, 5x. I mean, you add a little juice to it. This is going to be too small, but maybe on a higher time frame. Let's go. Let's see. I know 15, right? I rarely go down here for trades, but does this set up? Get you right over here. See, do you see how the whole process is like? Okay, can I get a 5 and a 3 here that makes sense to me? Okay, right. So where are the fibs, right? Okay, where's the geometry, right? Is there market structure here? Oh, okay. Do we have imbalances? You see, it's a constant process of can I get all 4 legs of the table in place to warrant putting money at risk? Because if I only got 1 or 2 of them, I'm not trading it. I can have at least 3 of them. Now, that's a corner pocket. What does that mean? That means I have 80% odds of getting there. I wanted to get it up here. I want this to be 1, 2, 3. Now, if it does that, am I disappointed? No, because if I'm going to get a 3 here, what has to happen? This is not optional. I have to have a 1, 2. So if I don't get there on the first push, 1, 2, 3. As long as this holds, I got that 80%, right? So you want to short it? Maybe not, right? Play the odds. That's all you get. Is the tiniest bit of edge, at least in your mind. Oh, in fact, I fucking recognize this. You know, I can see that. I put all pieces together. I've got a tiny little edge. Does that mean I'll put my stop at the all-time low? Absolutely not. But you're building a case to say, is there enough juice here to put money at risk? You got to decide. AAVE, good, right? Believe me, I want these to go. Is that tradable right now? Definitely tradable right now, right? You're to buy right this second. Fuck, I may buy more of that. Shit, I've got a bunch of it. I might buy more of this as soon as I'm done here. But often, as I remind you, I get some of my best ideas from these live streams. I can't watch everything. Okay. Shit, how am I doing on time? 1 o'clock. All right, I'm okay. Griff, okay, he gave me a few here. BNB. Well, this is one of the top 10, always is. Okay, BNB. I haven't looked at it in a while. I gotta clear some of these or my machine will lag. Give me a second. I'll kill that. Just because they're copies. So I end up with like thousands of, because I have to copy all the time. Oh shit, sorry. Okay, BNB. Well, good. I'd like to see somebody using it, the buying profile here. Okay, well, where's value, right? We can. It's a little helpful, right? You don't have to wonder where value is. Market tells you. Well, here's 70. You know, we round it, right? 68 point, but whatever. 70% of the trading is there. Fair value, right here. Look what happened. Fair value. Okay. Do we have a count here that makes sense? Clearly an impulse. Oh, okay. Let's go. Oh shit, we're not on this. Let's go to. Okay, let's get some context. WXY, love it, right? So good story. I'd likely be here because it looks like I've got a 5 there. A, B, C, and then I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, it's a little skinny on the 2. Does it matter at this point in time? Probably not. It's just what my eye sees. skinny. Nice skinny on the 2, right? The market's not obligated to make a 50% retracement. Makes you wonder, right? Is it something happening relative to that pivot? Get right on it. Wick, right to the 65. Likely, right? That's Al. So, okay, if where are we? Not sure what that is, why that's marked first. Okay, one thing we'd have to consider here. Is this 1-2? I'd throw that as an alternate, right? Just to put it into the mix. Because of where things are falling. So let's go, oh shit, come here. Let's change it to white here, right? So is this a possibility here? Into a 2, into a 3. I'm not saying this is right. I'm just kind of, sometimes you just moving chess pieces saying, well, does this look right? I don't know, right? Sometimes you gotta construct it and see, okay, does this work? So this would be, oh man, he gave me a big one, so I'm gonna take that to the same degree. Okay, all right, so candidate 3. Where's the highest probability location for a wave 4? Right there. Not where it's guaranteed to go. Where does it usually go? Statistically. Between the 23 and the 38. Might have you thinking, oh, well, maybe that is a 4. Maybe that is a 4 and not a 2. Right, based on the retracement depth. And maybe that is a 1-2. Whoops. Four. We got more legs. Well, could be. Well, we'd be looking for this big 5. I gotta make that even bigger. Okay, 3, 4, 1, 2. So what are we looking for, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we stop there, right? Because is that it for Binance Coin, or is this 1 of 5? God, I can go even higher than that. Let's see what's beyond that. Super cycle. Okay, all right. So 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, let's get in there. Let's go to a 4 hour. Let's see what we have. This is the alternate count, and mine is the alternate, right? This is what Griff gave us. 3, 4, 1, 2. Uh-oh. 34 bars. So I like what you're doing. You're including some time. 1, 2, 3. Right. So I don't think that's in dispute. Right. So we can see the 1, 2. Right. Don't not do it because you're lazy. Just do it. Is that Al? Probably. Right. If it's not going to be golden zone, right, where do they start firing? That's to the tick. 50 to the tick. 1, 2, 3. So we can pull this off, right? That's already realized, right? That profit has been taken. This is, I don't know what you're doing here. I gotta change that. Oh, fuck. If I'm not sure what you're doing there. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's go to a 1. ABC. 1. I like this, but I'm not sure what it's all about. Okay, so we've got some time component in there. I'm going to take you off just for a sec. Do I get a 5, right? So if you might be looking here, goes, boy, that really didn't take very long. Could that be? Shit. Could that be the 4? Look at the 2. Oh, fuck, I got to bring this down. Well, how would you know? Well, kind of took its time, right? So we get a little alternation here, very sharp. But I get another 5. But okay, all right, so let's get in there. All right, so what's a because of this, you might be cautiously looking here. Oh, is the WX here? I'm going to pull that off because I'm not sure what he's thinking is there here. So, but as we look here, as we come down, what did we just wick? Right, we were looking at this, so this is good. I'm going to take that off so I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, A, WX. Do we get an impulse? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not quite what you wanted there. If that's the 4, that's obviously the 1, 2. That's a big fat 3. Here's an alternate, right, we could consider. This may not be done. I'm never saying that this is the right count, his count is wrong. I'm just looking at this going, well, okay, well, that's a 3. So it's got to fit somehow. 3, oh, fuck me. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Jesus, my machine's lagging again. Oh, don't do this now. Okay. So, okay, where's value, right? Well, right here. I wouldn't trade that. Not yet. See, okay, right, so with your Elliott hat on, you're thinking, oh, 1, 2, right? Oh, it doesn't happen, right? But it meant ALGO doesn't care about your Elliott count. We're back to the only decision you ever make in trading, ever. Here's the swing. Which side's going to break? This one or this one? That's it. There is nothing else. Now you can take it down to a smaller time frame and say, well, there's the swing. Which side's going to break? This one or this one? Or you could take it down even smaller and say, which side's going to break? This one or this one? That's all you're ever doing. It's a swing. Which side's going to break? Is this technical? Is Al involved? Maybe he's in there. Is he? Is he? Oops. Is Al involved? Al's always involved. Accept that. Don't fight it. Is that an algo? Well, it's a secondary pivot. Find it, right? You got to find it. Where is he? He's always there. You just got to find him. Does that make you think, oh, shit, I got to buy that? Is this what we'd be thinking here? WX. So that's going to be your 2. That says to me, wait. Let's see, could we, fuck, I don't see another way to do this here. Because of this, right, you can't finish that. That does not, that very low probability that this tops. Oh, fuck. No, you can't do it. Even there's no way around that, right? Even if you were to think, oh, the 5's up here, and the 3's here, and this is the 4, and you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. You're stretching a little bit. Even still, though, what would that imply? That lower prices. Just out of curiosity here, we go past 2618. We do, not by much. You're not going to miss anything. That's just, again, is that good enough, right? Do you feel like you have edge there? If you do, go for it. I don't see it. I don't see an edge. I want it. I'm like, oh, go. I like it down here. I don't like it up here. Where's the better risk reward? Where is it undervalued? Down here. Where's it overvalued? Up here. Where are we now? We're right in the middle. I'm going to try and trade the edges, not the middle. All right, I got to keep moving. How am I doing on time? Oh, fuck, 120. Shit. I was too chatty on the first ones. I'm Oh, fuck me. What have I got here? Binance. Where did I do Binance? Oh, that's Binance. Okay, so let's do... oh, fuck. I got to move down Cryptogenesis. We did Bitcoin, and I may come back to ETH. Oh, God, man, this is the one I can never pronounce. Samani 93. Oh, fuck. Oh, sorry, guys. Okay, just if you can, put them in a little darker, right? Because it's, oh, Jesus, that's harsh on the eyes. Warning, you got to, oh, shit, I'm a bit late for that warning. You got a very bright color coming at you. Okay, let's bring this down here. Okay, so we're doing, oh, fetch AI. I haven't looked at this one forever. Okay, good. 1, 2, okay, all right, so, how do I say it? BU7 Namani 93, right? So, okay, some good work here, but it certainly looks like we go impulse, correction, right? So the way you're labeling this wouldn't fit with Elliott Wave rules and guidelines. Now, I don't mean to be critical. I'm just something to think about here. So if we go 5, 3, 5, you can't label it, right? See, this would be implying an impulse, right? And we have a hard overlap here. So this wouldn't be an impulse. Is there what's an alternate here? Well, it looks like this. You got a little fucked here too, right? So. A, B, C. Well, you can fix it. It looks like you could do it here. To get it into an ABC, right? So that's, is this because you want to see it? Maybe. Or I'm trying to give it to you. Let's put that in white. Now, in a diag, we always want to look for the 4, right? And that's the market's obligated. It's just there's a strong tendency. Can we get a 50 from the start of the 1 through the pivot of the 3? It's okay. We're not right on it here, but it sure looks like I got a 5 coming down. So that would be another thing to consider, right? So if you were trying to finish this as a Y, you're looking for an ABC. That looks a lot more like an impulse. So you might think, oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe I can get an ABC in here. Let's put that in yellow. ABC. Okay, well, ABC. Fuck. You're gonna have to do. This is a bit of a force fit. Now, something it seems to be the theme today, right? If it's not quite what you're looking for, don't force something. I mean, you really kind of wanted that to be this would have been the perfect 4, but it rolls over. Okay, diag. Okay, well, if we're going to go up here and get a 5, if we're going to go up here and get a 5, again, you're not going to do it like that. That's you got to make that adjustment in your thinking, right? You're going to do it as an ABC. Well, let's just make it what it should be, right? You're going to do this as an ABC. That's what it's being implied right now. Now, is there an alternate? Probably. Let's look here. A little deep. 1, 2, 1, 2. All right. If you want to stay, if you're, have conviction in those impulses, which are, it certainly looks better than the kind of me trying to accommodate your count here. Is that the B? Well, could be. I can't bring it down here. Right. You almost have to do it that way in log scale because you can't see it. You can't make any sense of it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. It gets to be too many 1, 2s. So this is what, as it sits right now, that's the way I would try to trade that. So if this is going to be an A, right, we're looking for 5, right? So 5, 3, 5 is what you're looking for to get up here. Do I have a 5? Kind of looks like it. So do I have a 1? Maybe that's 2, or maybe 2's coming in here, and 3, 4, 5 to give me that A wave. That's what I'd be looking for. Oh. A B, right? Can I get the big C here? Right? You want to carry that up, right? Can we get something that big out of this? Up here? Get something that monstrous? Well, as far as I'm concerned, you're going to have to... That's a daily, right? So maybe if you get started here, you can get into a 1. Oh, fuck, that's not what I want. Oh, where's the skinny one? Oh, this will work. All right, so maybe I can get into a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe I can get into this, right? I want a daily. Where's the obvious liquidity sweep? It's like any fifth grader can see that. Oh, Jesus, how did that color get there? Oh, I know why. Because we were on that harsh. 3, 4, 5. All right, sweep that liquidity. Down for the 4. Next target. Where's the? You think there's some stops there? Yes. 1, 2. Right. If not 3, 4, 5, then if this starts to go impulsive, right, you would continue to be thinking A, B, C per the count. Otherwise, if you're committed to this being an impulse, which it certainly looks better as an impulse, 1, 2. 1, 2. All right, it's more bullish. If it's 1, 2, 1, 2, that's more bullish. Do we know? We're not going to know, right? The market has to reveal itself. Okay, I'm on top. Oh, fuck. Okay, Solana for Griff. Let me hang on. I was trying to get to the X ones. Hang on. We can do this fast. I have a count on Solana. I've been done it every Friday. So let's see how this fits. Let's pull out a little bit for context. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Al. Likely. So I just have to do this for my own head. 1, 2. You probably live with it. 1, 2, 1, 2, another 1, 2. Well, if it's going to go, right, they have to be there. I'm going to push this off a little bit. If that's the 2, it looks like he may be long off of that 1, 2 already. Good for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A, B, C. 1, 2, 3. You're going to have to squeeze it in up there. You're on a 4 hour. 1, 2. Going for 3. Well, 3 is going to be higher. Likely. There's no knowing. Likely. Going to be higher. What? Wait, we used to forecast. Oh, fuck. Come on. Where do they usually go? Not where do I know. Where do they usually go? What do I have? Let's start with some channeling. All right, it's a process, right? Same way every time. Now, I'm not out of this yet, so I don't know that that's a 3. I want to see that kick out of here. At least I got to go 100% length of the 1. 1, 2. Now, are you going to kick? Go get that 3. Well, we just broke on that side. Is this 1? Is this 1, 2, 1? Anybody see all the locations where retail bought? There's 1. Where else did they buy it? There's another one. You think they're going to buy it here? Probably. Do you want to buy it there? Let you decide for yourself, right? So if he's long here, he's got targets up here, right? So that's why you don't want to. See, I'm never saying it's not going higher. I'm just saying that's the worst possible location on the chart to buy it. The worst. So why would you buy that? You haven't seen it enough times. After a while, you see this so often, you're like, oh, well, fuck, I'm not buying it there. Jesus, I made that mistake. I lost enough money doing that. I'll wait for the retrace. Right? That's everything we're back to. Which side is going to break? I think you're going to have to wait here, right? So you're going to have to let this show you that it's a 3. Looks like you're in the 1. So, okay, well, I'm going to miss it, though. 1, let's let it, if it does this, what's that set up? The 2 for the 3 for the, right? Just let it happen, right? Don't force. Forcing is how you get in trouble, and then you end up buried in something because you didn't want to take the stop, or, oh, well, it'll come back, or, well, I'm going to average down. It's just a negative cycle of just being stupid. Don't buy the pivots. It's dumb. Okay, hang on a second. So let me see if I can get a little bit of X here. Got them running long. Shit. On X, BNB we did. ENS. Oh shit, I've got that somewhere here. Let's do that real quick. Try and get the X people that are nice enough to give us some content. Let's go to ENS here. Appreciate that. I don't want to ignore them, but if I tend to go long on these, and it kind of gets me in trouble. Okay, so this is what I want. ENS, yes. What's the first thing you might look for? Al? Nope. Is he here? Where is he? There he is. He's always going to be there, right? You got to find him. Where is he? How do I know that was an algo? Look, it's not this. It's this. The reaction at the target. Where do you think retail bought it? Right there. You can see where they bought. Right there. Right there. Right there. How many times do you need to see it? Doesn't fit, right? That's the wrong pivot, right? So it goes too high. 707. So what do we got here? Well, that's a 5, right? So you're a little fucked there. You got, well, it's a little tricky, right? So that's a 5. You got to do the 2 here. That's a 5. You're stuck with it. So it looks like it's an ABC. Let's just throw these up here. Oh shit, I should have stopped while I was ahead. That's a little bit of a problem there. We're going to have to live with that, right? That's ABC. You can't go 1, 2, 1, 2, right? It doesn't work, right? Because we've swept these lows. So what are we stuck with? Let's go up here. Oh shit, I'm going to change that color. Oh, fuck. Come here. Well, I guess your best case for a bull here is going to be a WXY. It's a pretty big leap. Because there's no way around this. That's A, B, C. No way around it. 5, 3, 5. Right, you're stuck with it. Choice, not trade. Sure looks like a 1, 2 there. Let's get these down. Is that Al? Could be. Looks like maybe a 50. No, it's golden. I gotta think otherwise. 1, 2, right? How many times do you need to see it? 75,000 times? Maybe 80. Maybe you'll start paying attention at 80,000 times. 1, 2, 1. Why not? Why would you not? Right? It's an impulse. 1, 2. That may be done, not be done. Why would you not label it that way? You would, right? If you're applying Elliott Wave, because it's not in dispute. If this is a 1, 2, I'm going to get a excuse me. If this is a 1, 2, and this is going to be a 3, well, I have to have a 1 in that 3. 1, 2. Where do they usually go? Where might I be looking for that 2? Here. God damn, I'm just fucking getting killed in these allergies. 3, 4, 5, all still way up here. Jesus, I can barely speak. It's so bad. That's where I would leave that. Right. So I like the potential right, coming in here. Oh, fuck. Come here. Looking for that. Nice. ENS, SUI. Oh, fuck. I've got SUI over here. Let's look at SUI. I'm not going to draw it from scratch. I'm just going to go to mine because I've been doing, I'm in this and been tracking this on all the Friday vids. Okay, so we're kind of stuck here. We got a clear one, right? So we get 1, 2, 1, 2, right? Golden corner, right? It's not to the median line, right? So we got to be concerned about trading principle number 4, right? Failure to get to the median line sets up a move equal to or greater than the move that failed to get there. So 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, well, I'm not worried about it until that pivot gets threatened. Right now, I've got a 1. I've got a clear 5. I've got, oh, is that 2? Well, it's a very sharp 2 if it is, and it doesn't take a lot of time, but it's not so bad that you would think, oh, fuck, that can't be the 2. Well, okay, well, I got another 5. Now I got a really deep 2 here, though, but it doesn't sweep the low. So it's threatened. So this, I mean, you could look at this and say, well, God, as long as I stay above this pivot here, there's no reason not to buy, and I could buy it with some leverage because the amount I'm risking is so low. Is it a 5 followed by 3? Yes. Let's go down to a 1 hour here. Steep, but here's the pivot that matters, right? So as long as you stay above that pivot, you could nibble here. I wouldn't go with big size because it's not great. This is questionable, right? This was the big pump, right? We get this huge fair value gap. Now it's inverted fair value gap. Okay, that's awfully harsh coming down. So what your thought might be, oh, fuck, that's, oh, there's a 3, there's the expand the B, and we're going to come down hard here. ABC, okay, it's barely, you barely slide by. I wouldn't touch this until in terms of adding to it, until I get something much bigger up here. Is this a 1 going in? I wouldn't do this either, right? It's too consolidated, right? Show me this, something bigger. I might here, if this is a solid 5, right? Because that could be a 5. 1, 2, 3. It's iffy, right? Don't trade iffy. Trade, holy shit, how could a fucking 5th grader wouldn't miss that? That's a clear 5. That's what you're looking for. And you will find them if you keep looking. Don't take this, oh, fuck, you know, SUI, right? They're a big player, right? They're going to go. Have some discipline in your trading. Don't take it just because, well, fuck, I read on X that this is going to be huge. What does the chart tell you? Does that look impulsive? No, look at all the overlap. Oh, but it could be, you know, that's why we see diags at the pivots, right? Because it's still, we're battling bulls and bears here. That's why all the overlaps happen in either the beginning or the end, right? Not that impulse. Could this be the 5? You know, is that good enough to put money at risk? I would say no, right? We're bumping right into the 200. Maybe that's a diag. You know, sweeping the liquidity here. What have I got on there? I think that's ALGO, maybe one of them, right? So this low, I want that to hold. What helps you guide yourself? Oh, remember, ALGO is going to be here. Right, going to be here. So if I got up here, some sort of a kick, and this thing finally shaped up to like, oh, maybe that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to get a 5 here. Okay, so I get a leading diag, something in that range. Okay, well, that would give me a little bit more conviction. Am I buying that? Well, obviously not. Oh, well, maybe I get a 5. I can come back down here with point of control. Maybe I can get that. But you got to wait for it, right? It's the discipline to wait until your pitch comes. That's not good enough for me. SUI, Litecoin. Oh, fuck, I haven't looked at Litecoin and God, I can't remember. I'm surprised that I should say that. This guy kind of bailed on Litecoin long ago, but maybe they'll make a comeback. All right, let's see. Let's pull it back. Jesus, what are you going to do with that? Does that make you want to fucking jump all over that? Not me. Okay, this is a bit of a dog. Well, to some degree, I'd be saying, why are you trading? Why would you be trading over here? Unless you're in this from 3 years ago. Is it still technical? Well, you tell me. Is it technical? Well, that might say, oh, well, that's why I'm trading it, because I've got a nice 1-2 here, right? Okay, maybe. Is that your 3? Oh, get down here. 1-2, 1-2. Oh, to keep it simple. Oh, fuck me. Come here. Can we do this? Okay, maybe, right? Most forgiving count. 1, 2. 1 with a truncation. I think there's better fields to plow than Litecoin. It has so much promise, right? I don't think this is going to be our transactional crypto. I could very well be wrong. I think this is an old story. Right? I think it's kind of a dead story. Certainly could be wrong. I'd prefer to be wrong, actually. I don't know why anyone's trading over here. 1, 2, 1, 2. So okay, if this, how could this get better? Well, if I got a 3, 4, 5, okay, I might. Well, is that going to be the 3? No, maybe that's the 1, 2, 1. No, let's do it. First, is that a 1? Okay, maybe. Where am I anticipating this to go? We're going to get a 3. Okay. Now it's going to start to look a whole lot better, but that's a whole lot of content being drawn in. One thing we got to always remember, right, is Al involved here on the sell side? No, I'd pay attention there. You got to pay attention if we get there. Oh, it's first big if. Okay, that's a good sign. So I can draw some. Draw a channel on this. Nice tight channel, right? Look how it respects the trend lines. Is that 1, 2, 3? Well, maybe not 3. 1, 2, 1. It's not where I would be trading, but it's okay. We did it. Okay, I got to get out of here. Holy shit, 143. That's not terrible. Okay, only 20, 13, 20. Oh shit, I don't know. Little over the deadline here. So okay, hope get some wrapping. All right, guys. The weirdest fucking thing. I never saw any. If anybody ever got on here for something up with my restream that I used to stream this. Hopefully, otherwise I just recorded something. I know most people watch it after the fact anyway. Okay, guys, that's all I got. Usual sign off here. You know how to get to our Discord. It's free to join us. You want to participate in these. You know, it's just free. Which if you come in as a free member, we just ask that you post your TA rather than just request an asset, right? We don't want to come across as chart monkeys. That's not what we do. We try and teach, right? And the only way we can teach is to see where you are in the progression, right? How are you applying these tools? And, you know, maybe we can help you apply them